It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. What?
This is dropping on a Thursday. But yeah.
But the Friday footy kicks off on Friday. Yeah.
But the first game's again on the Thursday. So
It's a shit first Thursday game.
What
Not gonna
the
lie.
fuck is this?
Hang on, guys.
Something different to open up.
I'm different. Yeah. That just gives you my opinion on Thursday night's game, which we'll go into later. Fucking shocking Thursday night game. For the hell.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think that's just...
Yeah, I reckon this round's a good round.
It's a shit round.
Teams to prove themselves even more so, and chances for bounce backs.
Well, I hope people somehow made some money last weekend.
Yeah, definite week for the bookies. That was crazy.
Nick didn't do too well on the tipping. I'll tell you that for free.
No, what did I get? I got 3 out of 8.
Yeah. I got 5. Now,
Yeah.
I went 3 for 3 to start. I was like, let him cook. Then Dragons beat Storm. Then Cowboys beat Rays. And then Doggies.
Yeah, resurrected my Saturday.
I'll tell you what, I picked 3 underdogs last round.
Yeah, I only had
Rabbits,
only had
Titans, Bulldogs,
I only had the one.
Doggies.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for tuning in. Obviously, we're back for round 5 this week. Far out, 5 weeks.
5 weeks already.
4 weeks are gone. We've seen a lot go some teams' way. A lot hasn't gone some teams' way. Some big wins, some big losses. Some really poor starts from teams who you would expect to do a lot better, and some surprising achievers. Let's talk quickly about some surprising achievers. Firstly, Rabbitohs flying hot at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. It's hard to say that they're not.
They're hard to say they're not, but it's also hard to say that they're at their peak. Latrell coming back this week for them.
Injection of Latrell
Could be good
in the centres.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been hard for Bennett to drop
Jai
Gray.
Gray. Yeah, a lot of professional people.
It would have been hard.
A lot of professional analysts will put Latrell back at fullback.
No. Yeah, how can you do that?
Yeah, I know he's just a star player, but my goodness me, Jai's been playing really good. Another big surprising team so far, Titans. Couple of wins. They've just been really strong in the forwards, and that was emphasised with that Tino try on the weekend.
Yeah. Well, I said this to you and the people listening at the start when we were talking about Gold Coast. How I said that Regan Campbell-Gillard signing would really solidify their team. Now, obviously, they're playing 2 fullbacks in the half spot, and that's working. Just in push-up play.
Yeah,
they get a quick play the ball. There's 4 players around it straight up.
Yeah,
it's a good watch, and Des is sorted out and it's working for him. So
yeah, he's working with what he's got. He obviously doesn't have the strongest centers and wingers, if you are. Then really can't.
They're doing a job. Yeah.
Doing their job. They're doing all their damage through the middle, which helps. And one more team that I think that's surprising. I wouldn't say surprising, but I would say achieving what we probably didn't think they would achieve this early. Bulldogs, undefeated.
Yeah, undefeated. Look,
so solid on their line.
Yeah, just defense again. Defense. And even when they have the ball, it's not like they're lackluster. You know, they're throwing the ball around with some confidence.
So the thing is, they're not throwing the ball around to score tries. They're throwing it around to put them in a good position for the next set. Like pass it on last instead of kicking it dead or kicking into the corner. Even if it goes out, they can set their D line up on that 10-metre line.
That's it.
They've been really impressing me with that. But we'll quickly run through last week's results. Rabbitohs beating Penrith.
Yep.
Rabbitohs started off really hot. And I said this to a couple of people I was watching the game with. I said, Rabbitohs are going to slip up here. But I just don't think Penrith have enough in it.
See,
that Leota try.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention. That Leota try. That's a try.
Yeah.
Plain simple. Plain and simple. That's a try. I saw it. They released a photo of the exact time the balls hit the ground and his arms, his hand's still on it. I thought they
said he was held.
Held. No. It wasn't when he fell over. He lost it.
Oh, right.
Lost it. And I'm going to edit this. I'm going to put a picture of it under us here recording.
Yeah, right.
Lost it.
Okay.
His hand is clearly on the ball. It's just on the side.
Yeah.
That's why the ball popped back out.
Yeah, but that's
to
not
his left.
But if your hand's on the side of the ball and you that's sideways pressure.
But he still had control of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
He had it and then...
Yeah.
So what's the difference? Say you put the ball down on its point and you hold it like that.
Downwards pressure, not sideways.
Doesn't matter. It's still
sideways
pressure. His body is going down. His arm's going down.
His arm's going to the side.
No, it's not. It's like this.
Yeah.
He's just got the end of the ball. Try it. Every day of the week.
Well, it didn't bother me. Rabbits won some money on that.
If that was a try, Penrith win that. That was such a momentum killer.
It was a momentum killer. I don't know if they would have won it, but they would have gone close.
Yeah, no doubt.
Titans beat Roosters. I don't know how the Roosters were such short favourites in this game. They were like $1.40 in this. I thought this should have been like $1.75, $2.10.
Yeah. So this really, for me, solidifies my pick with Gold Coast becoming a top 8 side this year. After watching
I got them sitting in my 8th spot.
Yeah, I got them top 8. I think I had them in 8th.
We got a lot of criticism for putting them in the top 8.
Yeah, we did. We did, and they're coming through.
Obviously, they haven't played against a Melbourne or a Bulldogs or anything like that, but
but they've beaten teams this year that they've struggled to in the past.
But in saying that scoreline probably doesn't reflect how close of a game it was. The Titans ran away with it in the last 10, 15 minutes.
Did. That intercept try really.
Yeah.
That done it.
Yeah.
Then Tino, 2-2.
Yeah. We were down in Sydney. Obviously, we'll talk more about a lot of things that have happened in the last week. But we decided to all put in some money for a multi. And we were like, let's go like locks for the 3 games for Saturday. And Ryan's like, everyone choose a lock for the weekend for the game. And Ryan goes, I want Tino to score. And me and Angus are like, bro, can we just get some locks? Like, let's not show the long shot shit and just throw our money out. Bro scored like... Bro scored that because we were going to go to that game. So we actually were planning on going to that Roosters-Titans game.
Yeah, right.
And we got down to Sydney and I took a wrong turn. So we didn't. we got to the hotel late. It was a really shit game, to be honest with you. So it was a good miss.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
But Broncos beating Dolphins as well.
Yeah, look, in this game I was 1 leg off me roughie of the week. Cobbo. Didn't even see the ball that entire game.
Yeah, it got real wet real quick, so it was hard to shift to a lot.
I will say, though, I'm glad Katoni scored.
Yeah.
Very glad Katoni scored there. But,
Shibasaki, baby.
Oh, I can't believe you traded him in. I cannot believe you traded him in. How much points did you get? Like 118 or something?
116 points for Shibasaki. I brought him in as a cost saver for Taruva.
It's like cost, yeah. What's Taruva do next to fuck all? Honestly, that's crazy. But, I mean, it's how the world works. But on the topic of Supercoach, you're up 3-1.
You didn't even crack 1,000.
No, I got like 920.
That's poor for
you.
Yeah. Even my captain didn't even crack freaking 90 points.
Well, look.
I had Cherry Evans as the captain. He got like 84 captain.
Look, what sucked for me, because most of my players were Bulldogs and Sharkies players, and because it was such like a close game for the majority, the points just weren't racking up.
Well, it would have been good if you had forwards for those teams.
Well, I don't. So.
Well, Terrell May... Well, so I traded in Haas last week. Mate, my forward pack, yeah. I got May, Haas, and who else have I got in my forward pack?
You talking second rowers or like off the bench?
No, so I got Payne Haas as my flexi.
Oh, true.
So I got Terrell May. I had Sai Feedy, but he didn't play.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
I'm really liking my team.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Got a bit in the bank as well.
Yeah, it's a good feeling, that, isn't it? Yeah. No, I activated my first boost, so I get an extra trade.
Nice.
Yeah. But Bronx, they looked very good from the outset.
Yeah,
there.
but I just
even in the wet, it looked like it phased them.
Honestly, they weren't as convincing as what I thought they were. Like,
I mean, to be fair, I had to go to work like
I thought
20 minutes in.
I thought Ben Hunt and Reynolds struggled a little bit in that game.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
the kicking was just a little bit off. Yeah,
got the job done.
Probably the upset of the round, Dragons beating Melbourne.
Yeah, rip guarantee.
No
Hughes, no Meaney, big problem.
No Hughes is the big problem.
Big problem. Yeah.
Defensive woes, Grant Anderson, where Nick Meaney was.
In a centre. Not it.
Speaking of Anderson, did you see Kalen Anderson from Central signed for Raiders
Really?
this week? Yeah.
Is he the centre or the fullback?
Fullback.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, signed for Raiders.
Good on him.
Yeah. So,
Don't know where he's or when he's going to play first grade, but
well, he's playing in the
Resis.
in the Resis. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no,
for the
good on
Resi
him.
side. Yeah.
good to see the Butcher Boys out in force.
Good old Butcher Boys out in force. Doggies put on a masterclass.
Yeah.
Again, I've said this for the last 3 years. Sharks are not a wet-wetter team.
No.
Nor are they... Sharks will always be thereabouts, but to me are never a premiership threat. They're always there, but they're not there. They're there at the end of the season, but they're not there when it comes to the finals and... See, you haven't figured it out yet with the Sharkies. They're not going to win a comp with Nico. And I've been telling
I feel
people
that's a
this,
bit hard to say.
and I'm
say.
telling people this every year. They've improved that Sharks team, and they haven't improved their results. Every year they've improved their team, and now they got AFB, and they're still getting, pardon my language, bitched around in the middle.
I don't know. It looked like no. See, to me,
Max King,
the ex picker.
yeah, good old Maxi.
Mm.
Speaking of local footy, we're talking a lot about local footy. Saw today Fletcher Sharp went and took a Cessnock jersey to Andrew Johns, and they got a big photo about it, and it was on NRL page.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Like past, present, future-ish. I'm like,
Thought that was a bit over the top.
So Goanna, it's not Goanna's, mate. Like, move on.
Yeah, the Johns junior club.
We didn't talk about the Cowboys Raiders game. Raiders looked all over the shop.
Yeah,
for a bit there.
Honestly, good on Cowboys getting one over. I thought this was going to be a high-scoring game.
Tell you what, Kyo Weeks, sort your shit out.
What the hell's happened? Bro's been put to fullback, and all of a sudden
he's
forgotten how to play footy.
He jumps, and he just doesn't extend the arms.
It's like he jumps way too. He's like he's landing as the ball's
still halfway in the air.
Yeah,
and he's got to jump again.
There's no hang time.
No, it's not. I don't know how tall Kyo is.
I think he's like 5'11". I don't even think he's 6 foot.
He doesn't look it. But
he's zippy, but that's all he's really shown me.
Like last few weeks, mate, learn how to catch a ball. For in general. That's not even from a Raiders fan perspective. Just in general.
I hate these young players who play in the halves and then get put to fullback because there's another halfback in there. It's not the same position. Sure, you're touching the ball every set, but it's not the same.
Yeah, but then what are you going to say about Campbell and Brimson?
But they're both fullbacks.
Weeks came through as a fullback.
Fucking fullback my ass.
He came through as a fullback.
Fullback my ass. He can't play fucking fullback.
Yeah, we'll soon find out.
Hey, Sticky Ricky. Time to stick someone else in there, bud. I'll tell you what. There's someone who's new that's been stuck in my team because I'm glad I traded him out last week.
Yeah, I had him to start. And
yeah, and I listened to you. I traded him in after our little episode when we talked about our teams. I was like, I forgot about him. Yeah. We'll chuck him in for the price. Yeah, I think I lost like 60k on him as
well. Manly Para. Now, sports better than know something, or we're just all fish. Because I took Manly minus 16.5. Sean Lane scored a try with about 10 seconds left. It was the most piss-weak display of defence I think I've ever seen in my life. Brown kicked it. No one even turned around to chase. Everyone was like, yeah, fuck it. I'm like, well, all right, boys.
This one's for the books.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Now, I want to emphasise your point on that. So, a couple of things as well. Canberra Raiders game, that line was 50.5. That ended on 50. Mm-hmm. What else? Rabbitohs Penrith game, that line was 46.5. That landed on 46. Mm-hmm. And Titans, not Titans, Roosters. What was the other one?
The Tigers was.
No, Broncos Dolphins. Broncos were 8.5 favourites. I'm pretty sure they won by 8.
Were they?
Yeah.
Wasn't the Tigers was totals like 50 or 48.5?
Oh, yeah, because we had it at best of the way.
It was 48.5 and
we lost by 2.
Penalty goal.
Yeah, that was one. I think it was.
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, so 5 for me, 3 for you.
Yeah,
Let's go into our tips quickly this week. Brought to you, but no, we don't have a sponsor.
We
for
don't
this
have a
episode.
sponsor.
Um,
KO, like, please.
Got a message from KO. You have 6 months of binge when you resell. I don't want your binge. I don't even know what binge is. What's binge?
It's another movie platform. So then every second month there's a new movie platform. They spread out the movies so well, so you have to subscribe.
It's like one season here, one season there.
Oh, it's crazy.
Just fuck. Anyways,
Anyway, tips for this week.
Tips for this week. Sharks, Raiders, who you got?
I got Sharkies. I got to bounce back.
I got Raiders at home. They've been pretty impressive at home for me. Again, I think it's supposed to be wet down in Canberra. I will never back the Sharks in the wet.
Not fair enough.
Canberra for me. Panthers, Cowboys.
Cleary's back at home, Combank. Panthers. I'm going to say in a close one.
I got Panthers. Even if Cleary doesn't play, I just don't see the Cowboys. They've never done well outside of Queensland, especially in Sydney. I can't remember the last time they won in Sydney.
That's a good point. That's a real good point.
Yeah. South Roosters.
I took South purely because, what a time to bring in Latrell Mitchell against the old team.
Against the old team and in form. So, I mean, they were very generous. $1.70 for South. But anyways.
Speaking of Latrell and speaking of fantasy, he was paying $860K.
But that's
I couldn't believe that.
I wouldn't pay that for a centre, but that was him because he's a fullback in fantasy, isn't he? Fullback, centre wing.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that. But anyway, moving on. I took South.
I got Dragons beat Parramatta.
Yeah, I took Saints. Big win for Saints last week. The Parramatta's defence just lackluster still. Lomax is running out there like a headless chicken.
And they can't score.
Yeah, it's shocking.
Titans, Dolphins.
Titans in a crusher. I reckon they'll
turn
them around.
Bronx, Tigers.
Bronx because no Luai.
Got Bronx as well. Eagles versus Storm. Eagles versus Storm.
I took Manly.
I took Manly as well.
Oh, you gone against you.
Yeah.
Oh, you've gone against your boys.
Yeah.
You know how that usually works, don't you?
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen now, don't you?
What?
If you don't switch to Melbourne, it'll be 50-0 Melbourne. You do know that, right?
I'm happy to lose a tip for Melbourne to win.
Okay. Fair enough.
But I think, Manly just Storm, just to me, last week, they just lacked a bit of direction.
Well, yeah, whenever they got a break, they never tried to spread it. They the amount of burrows from dummy half.
It was that flipping wet at freaking.
But still, it's 5-on-2. Fang it out.
Just saying, Harry Grant should have had a freaking try, but anyways.
He should have, but it was good defence. But yeah, Manly there and Dogs against the Knights, fresh off the bye.
Dogs.
I took Dogs as well. Yeah.
Dogs are
strong.
I really like my pick, my bets this week.
Yeah, I actually thought about taking me joke around, but I think it's just still too early.
Yep. So let's go into our picks for the week. Brought to you again. We don't have a
sponsor. Brought to you by Sportsbet.
No, not brought to you by them. Picklebet, get you there.
Okay. Well, look, Raiders Sharks. Let's just get straight into it. Kicks guarantee, bounce back.
Okay.
The line's 4.5. Sharks minus 4.5. Book it.
Yeah, right.
Bounce back.
Okay.
Last 2 games, from memory, Sharks have beaten Canberra by at least 18? Something along those lines. I had a quick look. But yeah, 4.5. I dare say that's just based on how Sharks played last week.
Yeah.
It has to be. There's no other reasoning about it. Or, Iro's out.
Yeah, he is out.
So,
that's interesting because I think we've gone polar opposites here. I
actually,
got a pick, yeah. I got Raiders alternate plus 7.5
yeah.
into neither team to score 40, $1.97.
Neither team to score 40.
Yep.
What was Raiders 7.5, man?
$1.80.
So, yeah. Next thing you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my guarantee right there, straight off the bat. Thursday
I'm
night
calling
guarantee.
it early. That's a loser.
You reckon?
Sorry to the people out there, but I think
See,
that's a loser.
Sharks, when they get pumped like that, especially at home, they bounce back.
Not in the wet. Listen to Jacob. Track record.
Track and distance. Yeah, that's what I got. Penrith Cowboys, no To'o, so that left side's a bit hanging on. I don't know if McLean's back in. I'm about to tell you. But as for a tip, or a pick rather, what do you got?
Got a little saying for you. You could line up a pack of cows in front of a panther and it'd still find a way to get over it. Over 49.5 points. $1.95. No one, neither of them can defend at the moment.
Okay. I've gone with I'm going to go with the continuing trend of Penrith conceding tries to left side wingers.
Okay.
Murray Taulagi, anytime try scorer.
What'd you get for that $1.85?
It was around that from memory. Yeah. But they've conceded a try to every left winger in the comp of every game so far. So
Pretty sure Penrith can concede 22 points or more in each game this year.
yeah, they've averages.
And
Cowboys
has got about as much cohesion as as cows fucking in general. Speaking of cows today, I had the drive out past Colburn today.
Yeah.
And I had to go to this fucking rogue address.
Mm.
I couldn't go on the dirt road. I couldn't follow this trail
Yeah.
because there was 6 cows lying on the middle of the road. And I was just like, I can't. So I was
No, I can't. What do you want me to do?
fix your cattle.
Run the cows over? Can't do that.
I was in a higher vehicle. I couldn't be doing that.
No, oh, fair.
Sharks, South Roosters. What do you got for me?
Honestly, I didn't have anything, but now that I think about it, Latrell to score anytime. Homecoming.
Yeah, I had 2 picks. I had Latrell to get over. $2.35.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, is that what it was? Was it?
Oh, lads. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
lads. I shopped around. We don't do this first. Shop for your prices. You don't go to Apple to pay $4,000
You get a
for
JB
for a
Hi-Fi.
brand new freaking teched out iMac or whatever. You can go to JB and get it for $1,000 off.
That's it.
Unless you want the whole Apple experience. Yeah, I had Latrell $2.35 and either team won the 12 $1.80. I think
Either team 1 to 12.
yeah. I thought that was a good price, $1.80.
Yeah, it's not bad at all there. Eels, St. George, Illawarra Dragons.
Jake's lock of the week
Here we go.
in this game. I'm actually calling it. This is the lock of the year.
Here we go. He locks it on probably the worst game of the round.
I am that confident. I will buy a Parramatta jersey if this doesn't win.
Here we go. This is on
I will
Spotify
buy a
and on
Parramatta
camera.
jersey and wear it if this doesn't win. Parramatta under 22.5 points, $1.87. If Parramatta score 4 tries,
Is that their line?
22.5's their line. Now it's 21.5 on most, but I found 22.5 on tab.
That's their line.
22.5's their line. The totals is 53.5.
Yeah, because Para's going to score like half the points. I don't think so. I didn't take anything for this game. I didn't really have a look. Titans, Dolphins. But anyway, you're gonna wear a fucking Para shirt. If
I'll wear a Para shirt if I can
you
find
wear
one.
a Para shirt. What do you mean if you can? Just go to Rebel.
Yeah, if I can find one, I'll wear one. If not, I'll go buy one. I'll wear it.
Where are you gonna find a Parramatta shirt?
Probably in the bin. Any local Parafans bin.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, okay.
Or the local skip down Gateshead. Recycle.
Titans, Finns. This brings me to my roughie of the week.
Hey, roughie of the week. Ding, ding, ding. I think we've both got the same here, but I want to continue with...
Now, obviously, last week I was one leg short because Cobbo didn't get over. But that's okay because we move on. And again, this is above your $10 range. Okay? So, I've gone Gold Coast 13 plus. into under 53.5 points into your boy Tino, anytime try scorer. That's paying 20 to 1.
$20.
And I reckon that's not bad. No Tom Gilbert for Dolphins. So I don't know who's going to be the lock there for the Finns, but I reckon Tino, you'll run him over. Gold Coast for me have too much pace for Dolphins to handle. 13 plus there. As for the unders, like 53.5. Like if there's not a point score within the first 10 minutes, the likelihood it's going to be unders is pretty high. Like I find it hard to take over that amount of points in any game. But that's my roughie of the week. 20 to 1.
$20.
20 buckers. Yeah, that's what I'm working with.
Nice, I like it.
And just saying, Tino, any time to score was paying $4.30.
That's cheap.
I know.
That's cheap as
Bookies are making him out to be the new Fanua Blake.
That's cheap.
I know.
He was paying $5.40 last week, I think.
Oh, I won't be able to tell you. But yeah, that's what I've got. And you've got a roughie, by the sounds of things, in the same game.
Nah, it's not really a rough. I didn't have a roughie this week.
Oh, you didn't make it right? Okay. No, fair enough.
I couldn't find anything that was worth it.
Oh.
I guess this is value for me. I had Gold Coast 13 plus. I into alternate overs of 47.5. I thought 48 points, 4 tries each half. What I just can't see happening is that I can't see Dolphins winning a game that's tight. But I don't think I can see a Dolphins winning a game where they win on their defense. I think if they're any chance in this game, they're going to have to score a lot of points. And I still think Titans can leak points on their edges.
They can, but last few weeks, Titans have really proved their defense to me. 6 points there against the Knights and 12 against the Chooks. It's not bad.
I still think overs is a good bet on the 47. I wouldn't touch 53.5 with a great 10-foot bowl.
Overs anyway, that's crazy.
Bronx Tigers, what do you got?
I took Payne Haas to score any time.
It's a couple of front rowers start going over, and this guy.
No, dead set. Payne Haas, anytime try scorer. Because he's up against Terrell May there. Now, what the odd was for Payne to score, from memory, it was like $8. Something from memory. But he's up against Terrell May. It's going to be a bit personal, I reckon. What are you talking about?
Continue.
What? And he's going to get over.
Bro, Terrell May played 80 minutes last week, and he took a run in the 75th minute. It looked like it was his first run of the game.
Mm-hmm. We're talking about Payne Haas.
You're talking about your two starting... These should be starting New South Wales front rowers, by the way.
No doubt.
If they both aren't starting New South Wales front row, and put Mitch Barnett to the bench, bring him on for 30 minutes.
Yeah. That's
in the middle, if I'm
Laurie
from the 30th to the 55th.
Yeah, if I'm Laurie Daly right now, I've got my forwards sorted.
Because it's always been a talking point for New South Wales forwards. As in, who do you put?
Yeah, Paul Gallen.
Because they've never had the best pack around. They've always had a Frizzell or They've never really had a pack.
But no, the other sort of reasoning why I took Haas was because he's been in the news recently about playing for Samoa instead of...
Revenge game?
Yeah. So it'll be more or less to shut that out.
Yeah.
So Payne Haas anytime try scorer. At Suncorp. Under the sticks. You'll get through, May. You'll come to hammer. And you'll run him over.
What makes you believe that in that scenario he's going to run at Terrell May? He's going to run at bloody freaking the smallest bloke on the field. He's not going to run straight at Terrell May.
He might. But no, that last game against Tigers, Haas scored. And he did that. He ran over the biggest dude on the field and the fullback.
Who? Clemmer. Little bitch anyways.
Yeah, it probably was Clemmer. Yeah. So,
what a shit signing that was.
For St. George or for
For St. George. Shit signing that is.
To be fair, he played all right.
Speaking of shit, I saw Blake Laurie made the bench for Dragons. That guy's a waste of cap.
No. There's just all these memes about negative post-contact meters, all this type of stuff. I'm like, leave the bloke alone. No, that's my pick for that game. No Luai. I reckon it'll be tough for Tigers to get anything on the board.
Eagles Storm.
I didn't take anything for this game.
I took either team 1 to 12 over 39.5 alternate 240.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's pretty good.
I think
That's actually real good.
yeah, I like that.
Had a little brookie.
Yeah, I reckon there'll be 40 points in the game. I also reckon there'll be because if I feel like if Manly win, I think they'll win by like the 8.
I will say on a side note, Hughes got put on the reserves.
Yeah, I think it's pending fitness. I don't know if they'll play him.
So just keep that in mind because he might.
Man, they put the whole friggin' roster on
I
the
know,
reserves.
but it's just something.
Every team has
it's just something you got to
like
be aware
75 people on that reserves list.
It's just something you got to be aware of. But yeah, I took nothing for that. Dogs Knights. Now I reckon this could be a try-scoring fiasco. You're probably going to have to fill me in on what the line actually was. But just thinking about it, because I've been every time we've looked at another game, I've been looking back at that Dogs game, and I just reckon it's going to be try. So no matter what the totals is,
I'm pretty sure the line's 4.5.
The total line, total match points.
Yeah, total match points 47.5.
Yeah.
I think
Overs. Overs. I reckon it's going to be a try scoring fiasco.
Can't agree with you.
I reckon it will. Knights off the bye. Dogs, I know they defended well last week, but I reckon they'll concede a good 14 to 10 points, and then the rest will just be all Bulldogs. I reckon it'll be an absolute fiasco. No? I just hope Paris score 23 points. Wouldn't that be funny? 23-22.
Yeah, imagine they're down by like 20 with like the last kick of the game. Lomax just decides to take a random field goal from like the sideline. 23 points. Lomax listening to the pod. He's like, stuff. He's doing one of his hero moments.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my pick for that game.
Speaking of Lomax and goal kicking, I was down practicing goal kicking for the game on Friday night that we're playing. I kicked one 40 metres from the sideline.
Good wind behind you or what?
No, I just kicked it flush.
Just met it well.
Literally, like when I say sideline, I was like a couple meters in because like the side that goes down like on a slope like that.
Yeah.
So I was probably about 3 meters in. But yeah,
True.
Yep. Just I had it real flat so I could just punch it.
Yeah, fair. Like a good 6
Like
iron.
I'm talking like just made it over.
Yeah, right. A good 6 iron punch. Just.
But I mean, I was getting some bloody height in these kicks.
Yeah.
So they don't pump the. What I hate when I'm goal kicking, if the ball's really, really, really pumped up like a rock, it's so hard to like punch through it. So it's just like, yeah, it's tough.
Fair enough. We've completely missed the big news coming out of this week, with any head high tackle being an automatic sim bin.
Yeah.
Not a fan. I can't. No. It'll ruin the game. It'll end up being like 10 on 9. Like, it's crazy. How do you expect someone to stop themselves from doing it, especially when someone slips over? Because that's what happens more times than not now. Players like fall, and then like how you meant to? You can't stop. You know, like to me, it's a stupid rule. I don't know who decided
Just saying,
to forward
if there
that.
was like a foul limit, like or like a penalty limit, could you imagine that? If there was bonus, Tedesco would be in the bonus every single bloody game. That man draws that many high tackles from him slipping over.
Yeah, like it's that's my opinion on it.
I think it's just going to slow the game down more as well.
Yeah,
like,
and it will. But
come here, bunker. What are we saying? Yep, see you later. Going like.
But no matter how light,
30 seconds to walk off.
And if you're a player who is that being tackled, and you get a bit of, you're going to lay down. But it's either that or fix the HIA rule.
Is this a short-term rule or is this just forever? And then
I hope it's not forever. It can't be. It'll ruin it.
See,
And it will.
rugby
It'll
league
rule
just
the whole
becomes so
game.
arbitrary. It's just whatever the NRL feels like for a couple of weeks. Like, whatever happened to this play the ball rule? For the first 2 weeks, or for the first week they implemented it and preseason, I haven't seen one non-roll play.
To be fair, I have.
When was the last time you saw that roll the play the ball?
Siwa Wong against Titans. He
That happened last
completely
week?
missed the ball.
Oh.
like a good foot,
Yeah, right.
like above the ball.
Get me that replay up. I want to see that.
A good foot above the ball, but yeah, for me, it's going to ruin the game, and it's plain simple. Even from a fan perspective, it's just going to piss you off.
Mm.
You know, let the boys play. Like, I understand, you know, a deliberate, you know, just absolute clobbering. But if it's accidental, and yes, I understand it still might hurt, but sin bin, no. I reckon it fix the HIA rules. Because I don't know what that is.
If you're going to do a sin bin, it's got to be 5 minute sin bins, not 10.
Like hockey, it's like a 2-minute penalty. Ice hockey.
So let's pose our solutions to this. All right. First thing we could do, drop the sin bin time to 5 minutes if you're going to do that.
Yep.
Second thing I would say is if it's a high tackle, 10 meters and then kick for touch. So you can normally make 10 meters and then kick for touch.
It's like a descent.
Yeah, like how they get the descent penalty. So let's say you get penalised on your own 20, you go to the 30, then you kick for touch. So it's an extra 10 meters.
Bring it into the 6 agains. If it's a high tackle, 6 again.
Yeah, but the thing is though, is that
because that's not a part of the 6 again. It's just a straight up penalty.
Yeah, that's anything to do with the ruck.
Yeah, or offside. Bring it into that.
Yeah, but I still think they've got that right with if it's a high tackle. It's an actual penalty, like
but
kick for touch and get
you see some of the calls, like, mate, they get him here. And the only reason why the whistle's blown is because it goes, and then just natural movement, it goes...
Yeah.
Like, how's that supposed to work? Yeah.
Or like he hits him on the chest, and because, like, the forwards are digging their head in, like... They hit like that.
To me, this is no different to the crushers when they first came on the scene. The crushers, and then the hip drops.
Yeah.
This is no different. But head eyes have been around since, I don't know, 1908.
Yeah.
Like, let them play. Yeah. But it's like I said, I reckon the fix to it is fix up the HIA rulings. Depending on the actual hit, then yes, take him off. But if it's a little, grow a pair. Yeah. And you can tell the player's good. You know he's good. He's only been hit there, I don't know, 1 million times. Let him play on. And then no sin bin. The only reason why there's a sin bin is because I reckon teams have arced up like, oh, well, if we have to lose a player for 15 minutes because of the HIA, why aren't they losing a player? That's the only reason. So
last week was pretty bad though with the high tackles.
Yeah, but again,
I think that they said there was like the most penalties or like most infringements in a weekend in like 9 years or something.
How did Luai get 3 weeks for that? He barely touched him.
Honestly, I would have given Luai 10 just because it's Luai.
It doesn't help that the player running the ball runs straight into his shoulder. Like,
this is a lesson to all the young ones. Start tackling around the legs. I'm gonna say this right. Like, not enough people tackle at the legs. This is what they're taught these days. Instead of one person going legs, one person going above.
What we were.
They go first 2 people make contact high, the third person come in at the legs. That's how they're taught now.
Really?
Yeah, they're taught now. First 2 people slow down the attacker, and then the third one chop in at the legs, which means you can have all 3 on top of the player.
Yeah. I remember under 10s, we were like 1 top, 1 bottom.
Yeah.
You only need 2 players to make a tackle. Tops.
So now, they're now teaching them now because of the importance of laying on the defender. Because if you go for the legs straight away, more than likely the player's going to be over the top of your shoulder like this, and they're going to get a quick play the ball. Now what they want you to do is they want you to hold the player up, then someone go around the back and chop their legs so they fall on their stomach so they can make the play the balls go like...
Stomach or back?
No. So, roll them onto
Get them
their
on their
back.
back,
Sorry,
yeah.
roll them onto their back. Yeah.
Wrestle them to the back.
So if you
yeah.
chop their legs, then the two people up the front have got control to turn them.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, just make the tackle.
It makes sense, but at the same
It
time,
does,
it's like
but,
that's half
like-
the reason these bloody players are getting penalised because no one wants to tackle legs. And to be
But-
fair, I wouldn't want to tackle Payne Haas's legs either, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to go high on him.
Well, that's why we're talking about him and not playing against him.
To be fair, the only way to get him over is to hip drop him. Hold on for dear life.
Or just absolutely launch yourself.
Yeah.
Like, launch yourself. No slight jog.
Yeah, but we'll wrap it up there. Yeah, another interesting week there. Hopefully we do better than last week. I hope everyone does better than last week because it was a very upsetty type of round. We kind of predicted some upsets were going to happen, but obviously...
And hopefully the microphone quality is actually working this time.
Yeah, because we couldn't even really post clips because all we could hear is faint bloody talking. And
To be fair, I did well in that department.
Yeah, you did all right.
I did all right to level it out.
And you know
Let's hope this problem never has to happen again.
Because we jinxed it. I said last week how good the audio is.
Yeah, we did. We did jinx it.
But anyways,
Next thing you know...
we'll see you guys on Monday. Now, if you are keen on hearing some stories from my weekend away,
I know I
tune
am.
in.
You've been hiding them from me very well.
I'm
and,
just-
and I've been pressing hard.
I reckon we're going to be seeing a well over an hour episode on Monday because we've got a lot to talk about from our trip, and then we've got a lot to talk about from our episode.
Yeah.
Our entrepreneurial heads on.
We're still doing that.
We're still doing that. Oh, so much for you having stuff ready.
I had some, not 5.
We need 5. If I get a message Sunday morning saying I haven't got 5, I'm dead set.
Sunday morning, I ain't getting home. I won't be home till 6 in the morning.
If I get a call, if I get a message at 12 o'clock on Sunday going, don't have 5, I'm dead set going to punch you in the face. You've
But
had
it's okay,
you've had
though.
about 4 weeks to think of
It's
5.
okay, though, because I've come up with ideas.
Well,
Show ideas.
You got to pitch them to me. You got to write down a pitch.
Of what, the show ideas or the businesses?
Show ideas.
Yeah. I've said I got ideas for the show.
Yeah, but you got to have some for this episode. we're
Yeah,
doing.
that's what I'm trying to do.
Trying? You've had about 3 freaking weeks.
It's hard out there.
Not really. You work 3 days a week. It's not that hard.
Anyway, we'll leave that there.
All right, guys. We'll see you on Monday.
Take care.